they come in and there's a bunch of doctors and they're saying, we need to run a CAT scan on your son. And so they rushed him into the CAT scan, and then they came back and they said, your son has a large mass on his chest. It's right on top of his heart. It's 11 by 6 centimeters. And we said, a mass? What? Me and my husband, me and my husband, my son in the room. And what do you mean a mass 11 by 6 on his heart? Like, what are y'all talking about? And they're treating this like with urgency because they already know from my child that he's had this chest pain for 2 to 3 months at least when he was playing basketball, when he was with his friends, and he just didn't bring it up to us because he was like, nah, my mom is dealing with enough and I'm sure it's nothing, because who's going to think? Who's going to think that? So they did the CAT scan, and one of the doctors came in and they said, I've seen this before, and I'm going to tell you, we need to get oncology involved. Oncology? What are you talking about, man? Like, I'm in the midst of my treatment right now. I'm in the ER, not a strand of hair on my head, no eyebrows, nothing. Like, I just finished chemo. And I'm just finished radiation. What are we talking about oncology for my 17-year-old child? 6'2", 160 pounds, fit, 6 packs. And the boy is, that's my son, but he's healthy, in perfect condition. What are you talking about? Right. So they rushed us straight to the 7th floor, which is the oncology unit. And you pass so many kids and so many family members. And they put us in there, and it's 2 weeks before we get a diagnosis. They said it's likely cancer. We just don't know what kind. And if we can if we can bet our money on it, it's a type of lymphoma. So we waited. They had to get a sample, a biopsy, because the PET scan lit up. So they had to get a sample that it showed the mass, exactly what the CAT scan showed, the mass and one lymph node involvement. Just one. So they put him at a stage 2. So they said, we got to get a biopsy, but where this mass is by his heart, we can't touch it. If we do touch it, it's going to take a huge team to go in there. So let's try to get that one lymph node to the side. So the next prayer was that they can get it. We had praying stages, as you're going through this process. So it said, Lord, because we only got one chance. They said, we only got one chance. We just need that one lymph node. If we can't get it, then we got to go to the mass. So we just praying, God, let them get it. Let them get that one. They got it. And it took them at least a week or so to get the result back. And it turned out to be a very rare form of lymphoma called primary mediastinal B-cell lymphoma. And mediastinal is right here in the middle. It's exactly what it says it is, very rare. And they started chemo. As soon as they got that call of what it was, they started chemo right then and there, and he had to get 5 days of chemo around the clock, 24 hours nonstop. So he had to be admitted for 5 days, and he would get the chemo around the clock. And it was, I want to say, 4 different types of chemo that he was receiving, just running around him around the clock, 5 days straight. And they sent him home. And then mommy got to take care of him because daddy got to go to work, sister got to go to school, and mommy's still recovering.
I think you sent me a picture, or you were literally go from your treatment and be in the same hospital wing with him while he's doing his treatment.
So the doctors, everybody came in there, they told him he had cancer. He didn't blink. He didn't cry. I said, son, do you understand what they said? He said, yeah, Mom, I know what they said. And he said, He said, "You got it, right?" And I said, "Yes, baby." He said, "You got through it, right?" And I said, "Yes, I did. We got through it, and we gonna get through it." And he said, "Ma, I'll follow you anywhere." So he believed that I would get him through it, and I believed that God would get him through it.
Yeah.
I remember going to get my ovaries removed. One day and getting dropped off the same night to be at his room taking care of him when he was nauseous and he was vomiting. I was right there holding my 6 foot baby in my arms. Baby, you can get through this. You can get through this. This too shall pass. And these are the words that I repeat in my head: get through. This too shall pass. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. And weapons is disease. It's not just, weapons. Guns. It's evil. It's disease. It's anything. You can no weapon formed against you, sunshine. I started telling him these things, and he got stronger. I can do it, mommy. I can do it.
Yeah, and I think for him watching you be such a warrior and get through it, that's why he wasn't really worried about it.
He worked.
You definitely gave him that strength from watching his mom go through that and almost still carrying along, doing all your mom duties, being the best wife you could be. Like he looked at you like a superhero. So he was like, okay, if my mom did it so easily and gracefully, I got this. Wow. I just can't even imagine. I mean, me, like my story of being pregnant and then having my baby, but I felt like such a relief after I gave birth. So, what is your son having to do now? Like, is he done with treatment? Where is he right now? And
He's on his room sleeping.
he what?
He's in his room sleeping, trying to catch up on the sleep.
Doing his teenager things because that's what my son does too.
But go ahead.
So he's done with treatment, right?
Mm-hmm. He's done, completely done. He doesn't have to take any medication, no radiation. He just had to finish chemo. So he did that and he finished. He has to take antibiotics for the next 3 months to try to just make sure it's preventative.
Yeah.
W- we just got a script for physical therapy because he's a little deconditioned. He tires a lot, after doing that much chemo. Like he just is exhausted at every little thing. So we're trying to get that back for him. And he's in school. He's graduating this year, so he's finishing his last class for graduation.
And he's about to be 18.
And he's about to be 18.
His birthday's coming up. So I'm glad he's back to like being a teenager, taking his naps, planning his graduation, and
Mhm.
not really having to worry about that anymore. But how are you? How are you doing with your treatments and where are you at right now on your journey?
So I'm at my long-term meds, Kisqali and Letrozole. And then I started my Zamida infusions. It's to strengthen my bones. That one I didn't tolerate too well, actually, just on the upside of that infusion because I was down for a good 5 days. Just the pain. It was a lot of bone pain, joint pain, but I'm starting to feel a lot better now, and, I'm starting to tolerate my meds better. I did start a previous medication that I didn't tolerate at all, like, I was literally wasting away. They had to take me off of it immediately. So I'm kinda happy with where I'm at, and then just going to the doctor every 3 months for my checkup, my oncologist every 3 months. And then every 6 months, I'll be getting scans.
I still want to be able to I still think that you deserve a trip I mean, I think you said that you went on a cruise. Did you recently still get your girls' trip and be able to go on a cruise?
Yes, I went with my sister. With my sister on her bachelorette cruise. She's getting married, and I was able to attend. I did sleep most of the time, but it's okay. I was there.
Well, Journey for Two definitely wants to still make that happen for you. So I know when we're planning our next one coming up soon, but we definitely want to have you and your son, your whole family to join us on that. cruise. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're right now picking the dates out, but it's gonna be October, not of this year, but we're gonna do it in 2027.
Okay.
Yeah, and we of course want you to be there. We're sad that you couldn't join us the last time, and that way it gives us a little bit of time, to make sure that everything's good. And of course, right now traveling's kind of crazy, so we're like, let's do it 2027. But and as you know, that I'm also doing my school, so I'm kind of like that's got me stressed, but hopefully I'll get through it and it'll be on the flip side. So doing my nursing to now be able to help people with cancer as well. But
You're
um,
doing amazing. I don't know how you do it.
thank you. It is like living through it all the time because like you said, one of the biggest fears is it returning
Mhm.
and I know like as a mom and even though what we go through, we're like, we can take it all. Give it
Mhm.
all to us. We could take it all, but do not mess with our kids. Like
Yeah.
that takes a whole nother type of strength having to deal with your child being sick. I mean, when my daughter even has a cold, I'm like, it
Mhm.
bothers me. So I can only imagine what you were going through. But well, thank you so much for sharing your story and your heart with us today. As moms, we just carry so much. And the way that you've continued to show up through everything that you've been through is just truly powerful. And I know your story is going to reach many mothers and women out there. And somebody just might need to hear that reminder that she's not alone and she has other people that she can reach out to. Like you said, there's a lot of foundations out there. There are a lot of moms. You can find groups on Facebook. You are an inspiration. You are amazing. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with me today.
Thank you so much. It's been my pleasure.
If this story touched you, please share it. Your support helps mothers navigate cancer and motherhood. Help support the mission at journeyfor2.org.